Hello, and thanks for joining us on the podcast that discusses all things gaming. Coming to you from the home of Gen Con and the gaming capital of the world, this is The Established Facts. Hello and welcome everybody to a new episode of The Established Facts. I am your host, Big Don, and without any delay, we'll go ahead and go for our roundtable discussions.
This is Princess Katie.
Hey guys, this is Derek.
Rygar.
Prime.
This is Josh.
And live via satellite in Tampa, Florida.
This is Necrogami, or Anton. Yeah.
And just so you know, that was the introduction, not the discussion. Now is when we get into the actual topic discussion.
Are you sure? Because I thought you were just renaming things for the heck of it.
You know.
Right. Talk about me.
My New Year's resolution is I'm just going to speak.
Be a better
Just
host.
stop.
No.
No, you're going to be a worse host?
If I can. It may not be possible at this point.
That is a stretch.
I'm trying to set the bar pretty high right now.
Yeah.
Or pretty low, as the case may be.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, Happy New Year to all of our listeners, everybody on the podcast. I hope everybody had a great 2012 and is looking forward to their new 2013. I hope it doesn't take very many people more than a month or so to get used to writing 13 on their checks and on their assignments and such.
Is your 2013 like a pet? Do you like own it? Do you pet it,
He
enjoy
puts
it?
He
What?
calls
Well, you
for it.
said I hope everyone enjoys your 2013. So I didn't know
Yeah,
if you
well-
owned one.
No.
No?
Josh, stop.
It's
But
I hate you.
So anyway, it's about the versus topic.
Right. Okay. So for those of you who have been listening, and for those of you who haven't, we will kind of do a quick recap. We won't go through any of the other brackets, but we are in the finals round of our Villain Madness tournament.
Yeah.
Now, as you know, whoever the winner of the finals is will go head-to-head against our winner from our Video Game Madness tournament, which was in March and April. And the winner of that was Mario. For those of you who did not get a chance to listen to that series, by all means, go on back and listen to some of those older episodes. But right now, we have a pretty interesting final bout. The semifinal round was Darth Vader versus Magneto, and the Dark Phoenix versus Diablo from the Diablo series. And as of right now, unless there is some sort of weird pregnant Chad recount, I believe our finals, as it stands, is Darth Vader versus the Dark Phoenix. I'm not sure what that noise was.
Our order's ready.
Order up.
I got a voicemail. It's
Oh,
okay.
okay. Somebody called us?
not
Way to mute
Oh,
your
somebody
phone,
called
Josh.
you. Sorry.
Wasn't my phone. It was Google Voice.
Way to mute it.
Like
Just
that?
happened over there, too.
Good lord. So, yes. What we're going to do is we're going to go around the table and get everyone's opinion on their prediction for the winner between Dark Phoenix and Darth Vader. And I will start with the lady at the table, Princess Katie.
I'm going to have to go with the Dark Phoenix, and not just because she is a lady, but because she can, she eats suns. I mean, Death Star, no big deal. Whatever.
Well, there you go. Derek?
I'm actually going to have to go with Vader because he's surprised me. He's been like the underdog for a little bit. Going against magnetic powers, and he's going to go. I think he's going to go all the way. He's going to defeat the Sun Eater.
Rhaegar?
I'm going to have to go with Dark Phoenix. I had a soft spot for her.
Prime?
I'm gonna go with Dark Phoenix as well.
All right. So we got 3 for Dark Phoenix, 1 for Darth Vader. What do you got, Josh?
I love how you called him the underdog, even though he was the number 1 seed. I'm gonna go with Darth Vader as well.
Okay.
Just powers wise, he's an underdog.
But he's Darth
I
Vader.
don't care.
It's just like Mario. I'm actually gonna have to take my own wife's argument here. This is a classic case of, well, he's a classic.
You realize you're arguing the same point, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's-
Anton.
Honestly, probably Vader as well.
All right. So we've got a 3-3 split. I think the way that the votes have been going, it's probably going to be Vader, but I would really like to see the Dark Phoenix win that match.
So you're going to be a fence sitter.
Sure. I'm okay with that.
No, he's not. He said it's gonna be Vader, but
Yeah.
he's hoping.
I think
it'll
it's going to be
Phoenix.
Vader. So, probably the biggest advocate for the Dark Phoenix at the table that I can think of is the, I guess the one who brought up the fact that she consumed a star at some point in her years trying to. What's the name of the crystal that she guards?
I'm looking up right now.
Oh, okay. It's not the Imkron crystal, is it?
I do not believe so.
Okay. I don't remember. But, Rhaegar, go ahead and defend your position on why Dark Phoenix is going to defeat the mighty one of the dark side, Darth Vader.
Well, she has telekinetic powers of Jean Grey. The Phoenix itself is a immortal entity that exists within the Macron crystal. I'm sure
Okay.
somebody will correct that for me.
Imkron.
And so,
Imcroc.
regardless of whether
Imcroc.
Jean Grey dies or not, the entity of the Dark Phoenix will still exist and could be transferred to perhaps Darth Vader, and it would still be the Dark Phoenix.
That would be
Wow.
amazing.
That's, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
So that's my argument.
I like that.
Then it have to be the Darth Phoenix, though.
Wow, that's awesome. That's even better.
Can we add a new addition to this?
Yeah.
I want to say Darth Phoenix is going to win.
Well, ultimately, it looks like the title holder will be the Darth Phoenix.
Derek,
Yes.
why do you think so highly of Darth Vader?
He powers wise, I think I can throw all that out because he went up against Magneto, which could basically turn his blood or his mechanical bits to like compact. So I just think that he's going to be more popular. I think this is going to be a popularity contest, and I think that Darth Vader's like campaign is being run a little bit more efficiently than Darth Phoenix's.
This is being run by Karl Rove.
Yes, it's being run by Karl Rove, and a lot of money is being spent into this. There are several super PACs that are
They've got
involved.
the entire empire behind them.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. So, I mean, plus you've got like governmental television stations that are running campaign ads nonstop.
oh, yes.
The Empire needs you.
Yes,
right.
exactly.
And the nice thing about the Empire is they can be as biased as they want. They don't have to give right to the other party.
Exactly.
Because it's an Empire, people. They don't vote seriously.
We're going to order that all of the stormtroopers go out and vote for Darth Vader.
That's right.
So it makes you wonder, does this political poster actually say something dark side? And everyone's like, yay!
Yes, it does.
Oh, goodness.
It's totally not going to be the conversation we want it to
It's
be.
not.
It's
No, it's okay. I
Wait.
mean, it's just funny.
I think we've been kind of beating a dead horse here. I think we all really want Dark Phoenix, but we're all pretty much succumbing to Darth Vader's going to win.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm holding out to
All
the
right.
end.
So,
Bob the Goat's not going to be happy.
the hypothetical situation being Darth Vader versus Mario, who wins?
Oh,
Oh, geez, that's hard.
You know, with my wife not being on here,
Oh.
I should probably, vote for
What
Vader.
was the
She
question?
won't kill me right now.
If Darth Vader beats the Dark Phoenix, and he goes head to head against Mario, the winner of our video game madness, who wins between Mario and Darth Vader?
I'm still going with Mario. I am.
I'm going to choose Simon Belmont.
Simon Belmont, Cloud Strife,
He rises from the ashes,
Master Chief snipes them both from 400 yards away.
and then Qbert sucks them all in.
This
That's
is
right.
the ultimate showdown.
See, if this were a professional wrestling event and people believe this wouldn't draw well enough at WrestleMania, they'd throw somebody in like Master Chief. It's a triple threat match
yeah.
I thought it was Halo Chief.
now.
Halo Chief.
That was my own mistake earlier. That's not fair. I'm better than
Oh, this is us. We will hold that against
that.
you.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of Mario, has anybody gotten a chance to play the new Wii U?
No.
Yes.
Yes? Yeah, well, have you played the new Mario game on the Wii U?
Yes, I have.
What do you think of it?
I think it's very similar to the
One for
Mario
the Wii.
6. Yeah, thank you. The one to the Wii.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Super Mario Wii, I think is what that one's called, isn't it?
The new Super Mario Brothers. That's what it was.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I haven't got too terribly far in it, but they did not go quite as crazy with the hats. It
Yeah.
seems like it feels more traditional than the
And having
Wii.
7,000 different powers you can
Yeah.
have throughout the game, yeah. I like the fact that it's even just the slight change that it's now in HD. It's so much prettier in
It makes me
HD.
want to spend $300
Yeah.
just for that stupid game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
They
sort
had
of right there with you.
Assassin's Creed 3 came out on the Wii U.
I saw that
I thought I'd
in
heard
Best
that.
Buy and just about like I
Yeah.
had my little brother with me and just about left and was like, I'll
Like,
still
I'm
use
tr-
Best Buy to buy this.
Right.
Like, goodbye.
I'm trying to figure out if you if it comes with like a wrist mount motion controller thing so that you can like stand on your couch and jump off your couch and like hit your thing and assassinate someone in front of you. Like that's pretty cool.
What are you
but-
doing? I'm just teaching
Even
my
if it
children
That's
doesn't-
how
right.
to be
I'm
assassins.
just learning how to be
Even
an
if
assassin.
it doesn't
Yeah.
come with that, that's how I'm gonna play that.
That's right. Just stand on your couch with your motion controller, waiting for someone to walk by.
What are you doing? Killing you. That's what. Assassinated.
I'm going to be buying that console and coming here, and people are going to be jumping off my couch. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is going on?
Yeah, right. I had to replace that couch 4 years ago.
You're going to have to use the Wiimote and the controller to crowd surf through people.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of like Super Mario Brothers and all that, like last week I found this portable retro dual portable NES SNES game system on ThinkGeek that I totally want to own.
Yeah, I've heard.
Oh,
What's
does it
that
have
screen?
multiple? Does it have multiple?
It has a
Oh,
screen.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's awesome.
Yeah,
It looks basically because we're in podcast world and not
They can
TV
totally
world.
see
Actually,
us.
you can see it if you're on Google
oh,
Hangout
wait.
right now, and no one.
Nobody is.
Darn it.
picture.
Yeah. There,
Visit ThinkGeek.com to look up the NES, SNES
Yeah.
handheld emulator.
Yeah, and it
or
looks.
actual player.
It is a
Yeah,
player
it
because
looks-
it
it
uses
plays
the
the
actual
cartridges.
cartridge.
Yeah, it basically looks like a really big
Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advanced.
Right.
Yeah, is what it looks like, and it's got
It takes extremely oversized cartridges.
yeah,
No,
and
this
probably D batteries.
this reminds me of the Nomad, the Sega Genesis handheld.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the real big
It,
one.
it looks like the same kind of concept. The screen looks a little bit
What
larger.
size is the screen on it?
Looks like it's probably 3 inches.
3 inches. And they need to make those things bigger.
Then
If you can make a
said-
cell phone or an MP3 player that has like a
Like the Note
7-inch
2.
or a 5-inch screen,
Though not quite the
Saying.
same. The Ouya, which I think
Yes, I
Tony's
have
gonna
one coming.
well, they've already sent out the development consoles for the people who are at the developer Kickstarter level. But one of the first things somebody did was install all the available Android emulators and use it to play the old Nintendo ROMs and so forth.
Oh, nice.
Because it's like a quad-core Tegra Pro. It's a
What
bit.
is it?
It's called the Ouya. It's an Android gaming device, gaming
Oh, okay.
console, and that's one of the
so
first
it's
things
all
they did.
digital format.
Yeah.
Don,
Yeah.
it is basically it's a micro console that's the size of about 4 pop cans set in a square pattern.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
God.
tiny.
It's due out next year for $100.
I just
wow.
realized you can actually. It comes with Super Nintendo controllers, 2 controllers, and you can hook it up to your screen. Oh my god.
That is epic.
And how much they want for it?
$100.
Oh, I'm buying
That's
one.
worth it.
I'm buying one.
I'm selling my next
Student
7
loans
Friday.
for video
so-
games.
That's weak, you
Sorry,
guys.
I know I was.
Hey.
I got an actual Super Nintendo.
I have
for
an actual
Christmas.
Super
yeah, you
Nintendo,
did.
but I can't
Oh, all
take
I
it
have
with
to
me
say-
and play it in the car.
I can.
Don,
Yes.
imagine
can.
an SNES.
Wait, in the car? Are you driving and playing video games?
Hey, don't judge me.
You have children.
Time out. Do you drive and text? Thank you. What did you say, Anton?
By the way, that's
Imagine an
against the law.
SNES on Josh's TV.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
70 inches of
Yes.
Super Nintendo.
Yeah, well, that was
That'd be
the
epic.
first game played on it was friggin' Mario Kart
I'm telling you,
64.
I can
Oh
bring
my
my
God.
Super NES over.
It was pretty awesome.
Bomberman was the first 4-player.
Oh my gosh,
my
that was
goodness.
such a fun game.
Yeah, it was.
And they have a retro, like, you said that in Avon, they've got like a.
Yeah, Disc Replay sells a NES, SNES,
Very,
Genesis.
very poor selection of stuff there, though.
Well, they have a
Really?
poor selection
Wow.
of games, but for $50 you can
Okay,
get
yeah,
a
for the-
console
I said
that
the
does
Yeah,
consoles,
both.
but I'm
but
looking
the
for the
games-
games. and
there's
stuff.
I
also
went there
one-
looking for games. Nothing.
There's
Oh,
also
fail.
one. There's a video game store
Half-price
in the
books is
Greenwood
another
Park
place
Mall
you can
actually
check.
that has
Okay,
a console
that's true.
that does Sega Genesis, NES, and
Dude.
SNES games.
Derek, there's a 4-letter word that solves all your problems.
What is that?
eBay.
eBay.
What is eBay?
eBay. All right, so now that we have thoroughly discussed our versus topic of
Consoles.
traditional
versus-
handheld video games. Good grief.
I honestly say I prefer the cartridges over the ROMs.
No, I
So-
agree. Well, and
agree.
you know,
Absolutely.
you know how many? I mean, I would rather.
I'm going to go with you on ROMs. So
Well, you can
that's
take your.
cheap.
that's because I don't have to, they're just going to work.
Well, that's true. That's true. Well, I like.
You don't have to
right.
blow your
I like the old style cartridges over like DVDs. Blu-rays are a little bit different because they can take a little damage.
Yeah.
But I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I'm very irresponsible with where I leave my games, and so
So I noticed.
yeah. So sorry about that. I can resurface those for you if you need me to. But
digital platforms.
yeah, that's really what I like is being able to just download games onto.
But the big negative with digital, especially when you buy things, is there's no way to resell them.
I'm not going to
Which
resell. I
the
have an
government's trying to
SNES,
take
dude.
away
What
from
am I
us
gonna
anyway.
resell?
No, I said in a digital format. I mean, what game systems
That's what
are
I'm
going.
saying. The government's trying to take that away from us anyway.
Well, not the government, the companies. Sony's the one that just patent the technology to
Yeah.
prevent that.
Well, and I mean, if you look at nowadays, if you look at the way that video games are progressing, everything's going to be digital download. I mean, you can buy every game that comes out for the Xbox 360, and I'm pretty sure the PS3 in the digital format without buying.
Yeah,
the
but what
actual
about the
disc.
PS2?
Well,
What about it?
What about the PS2 games?
Hey, I like the PS2.
there are like a number of games that I'd really like to play, but I can't play on my PS3.
Well,
ISOs.
I mean,
Ask Josh to play on his.
there's tons of games that came out for the regular Xbox and have come out for platforms even previous to that they're releasing on Xbox Arcade that you just download.
Yeah, but then you got to buy them again.
But I'm saying
I know.
I'm saying that's the problem is that's how it's going to happen.
Well,
Like it's going to be
It's
it's
a
just like an
migration.
e-reader. It's just like having an e-reader versus having a regular book. You can go to the library and you can borrow a regular book. You can buy the e-reader for $7, or you can buy the ebook for $7. The fact is, you still have
But-
2 copies of the same book.
Here's the thing though, and I'm going to state this because seeing as how they've done it on PCs, for example, many people had a lot of the older games that came out that only ran on certain systems, but companies have taken advantage of that and said, well, we've got like DOSBox, for example, your games that only played in DOS.
Oh, yeah.
You can play it on DOSBox now in most Windows systems, even if your system was not a DOS system. You can still play those games. Whereas your game manufacturers right now aren't necessarily doing that, nor are they providing an option like, okay, I have a PlayStation 2 game.
Right.
I want to play it on my PS3, but it's not backwards compatible.
Right.
Maybe there's a $5 trade-in program, or maybe I can get a discount because look, I own the game. Can I get a discount off it?
Or if
Digital
you have-
version of it.
Or if you have the actual like UPC or serial number from those old games, if you can convert that to a downloadable version.
However, I can also understand why that would be a problem because the UPC, anyone could get a list of UPCs
that's
and
true.
get discounts. So, I mean, say they had a.
But what I'm saying is, if you put a UPC up there and it says, "Hey, I have this UPC," can I trade this in, or can I get a credit towards the download? Okay, sure. It's still going to cost you $4. They're still making money off of a digital format, and you're trading in your disc.
Movie companies
On
are
a game
actually
that
getting ready to do
on
that.
a game that hasn't been released in how long? Exactly.
10 years.
So the company's still making money.
Yeah.
A lot of movie publishers and so forth are actually start. I know Warner has a program. If a movie's been released on Blu-ray, you can actually mail in your DVD plus I think like $5 on certain things,
And they'll
they will
convert it.
send you they'll send you the Blu-ray copy, but
Oh.
you have to actually
very cool.
send them your DVD.
Right.
So which I'd be okay with in the video game world or something like that.
Oh,
like
yeah.
PlayStation 2, if it's made available on the network, I would be willing to send in a
Say
PlayStation
Warner
2
Brothers
copy.
does that?
Well, there are some. I know Warner has done
I could
it.
send in my Harry Potter movies and get.
Look it up.
Potter
It's
movies.
possible. There are
Yeah,
a couple, and I think that's what Tony's typing
So
on
I
right
can
now.
hear it in
Okay.
home theater
Sorry.
typing.
Right.
So, I mean, I that'd be nice if some video game developers would start doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they want us to go to digital, but you can't go 100% digital, or you're going to lock out people who don't have internet or
I
don't want
agree.
internet.
No, I agree. Like I don't have internet at my
What's
home.
the percentage of those people nowadays?
There may not be enough, but it's still enough to. You understand? People
Derek?
in poor regions buy
Derek?
video game consoles.
Yes.
Put it this way. What's the percentage enough to be in the room you're in right now?
Yeah.
And we have one in here who doesn't have internet.
Well, two technically.
Two that don't have internet.
Yeah, and it's not even like you said, just poor regions. A lot of people that live in rural regions can't get
Yeah,
internet.
if you
or
live in-
the
if
you
internet
still
they
live
get
in
is
a-
like dial-up
Right.
strength
If
internet.
you still
It's
live in a
terrible.
city that, you have to get like satellite in order to get internet, and then you're paying out the nose, so you're just not going to get internet.
Especially in the United States, where they're not spending enough federal money to increase the infrastructure
Yeah.
of the.
Well,
True.
the issue there is coming back to the telecom companies. They have been given monopolies on all of these regions, and so there's no competitive drive to get pushed into improvements. At
Yeah.
least the improvements that
Yeah.
we're asking
Well,
for.
Well, the
A
biggest,
perfect example. A perfect example is the community you're in right now.
Yeah.
The city of Indianapolis dictates what carriers can be provided in what areas of the city of Indianapolis.
I was actually getting ready to point that out. Like there are certain areas that you can get Bright House, and then there are other areas you can get Comcast, and they do not overlap.
and the city dictates who
Yeah.
can go where, not the carriers themselves. So
Right.
it really is governmental problems to cause this.
I mean, we also have to realize that our government spans how many thousands of miles versus like European countries who basically are the size of states.
True.
Well, hey, maybe 2 states.
Some
Yeah.
of them, but and that's a true statement. But the thing you make mention of telecom, but then look at the cellular providers. Yes, we still we have a very minimal amount of. We have 4 major cellular carriers, but because of the competition between the 4 carriers, they are constantly having to innovate to try and beat the other ones.
Well, and you
But
also
there are
have,
still huge dead spots, dude.
and you
Yeah.
have a ton of like smaller subsidiary cell phone companies that they may be a sister company to a bigger name, but even still, they are still broadening that spectrum of what a cell phone company is going to contribute to the market. Because if you want unlimited data, you're going to go to this place. If you want unlimited texting, you're going to go to this place. And they will all give you a perspective on what is important to you in your plan. And I think that if we're going to start converting things to a more digital format, then we need to also start considering making our consoles a lot more Wi-Fi compatible. The fact that a PS3 and an Xbox 360 and the Wii U have an internal wireless antenna, that's nice. But
They do now.
But that's
the
what I'm
Xbox
saying.
360 now does.
Yeah, the new Xbox 360.
Oh
could
gosh,
be.
that was so annoying. When
Yeah.
you'd have to get.
Well,
like,
yeah,
go
you
out
pay
and
another
purchase
50 or
another-
$60 for
for
an
the
antenna.
wireless
Yeah,
nonsense.
but my point is,
But they did that
You
to
have
get the
cell
cost
phones.
below the PlayStation
right?
3.
And
That's why.
And you
Yeah.
have
That's true.
Yeah, but now you have tablets. You have tablets that cost $200 or $300 more than a console, and you can walk anywhere. And if it's on 4G, if it's on 3G, if it's on Wi-Fi, you're always on the internet.
Yeah.
And that's why I think in order for consoles to really take a true next step in online gaming, that's what they're going to have to consider is whether they're going to add another $5 or $10 a month on your Xbox Live account so that you can activate your 3G or 4G antenna. Same
That
with
would
PS3.
be neat. I doubt we see that.
I don't think we will in the
But
next 10
eventually we
years, but
may.
I think it might be nice.
Especially if they end up, because if anyone hasn't heard, the UN has claimed that it is the personal right of the human being to have access to internet.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean diddly, but they've said
But I mean,
that.
if Microsoft said, "Hey, for $75 a year, you can have 12 months of Xbox Live and 12 months of 4G connectivity, so that you can actually use your Xbox Live," then you don't have to call Comcast. You don't have to call somebody.
You have 4G access.
Well, that's true,
To go
but I
back,
mean,
to go
Indianapolis
back what
does.
Josh was saying about the UN, what that does do though is it keeps countries from enacting too many laws that prevent access and restrict access to the internet.
The censorship
But like
in
what
the
Super
censorship
does.
in Europe is completely different than the censorship in America. So
Well, I think they're talking about China more likely.
So one thing I'd like to add, and Tony would probably be able to go into better detail about this, is Google is coming out with a service over in Kansas City.
Google Fiber.
Oh my gosh, the prices on that are unbelievable.
Yep.
For pretty much the internet that I'm getting now, I want to say it's like 40 down, 20 up, 40 megabytes down, 20 up. It's a one-time cost of like $300 or
my
something
gosh.
like that.
Well, no, the 5 megabit down is $300 one time, and you get lifetime 5 megabit down to the house.
Yeah.
Seriously.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
I think it's $90 a month, maybe 70.
70.
You get
It's
phone,
70.
TV, and 20 megabit down. And you can pay for up to gigabit connectivity.
oh my god,
They have gigabit connectivity running in
Down and
Kansas
up.
City.
Okay, I
And-
can
and
officially
Giga-
say right now that I'm ready for my Google overlords.
yes.
So,
The pricing of the gigabit is actually insane. If you look at premium bandwidth charges for like data centers, what you would be paying to get it in your home is a fraction of that cost.
Is
So-
it, I couldn't remember what they were charging for it, but I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I'll take a look.
okay, so $70 a month for all those things, and you're getting just as much as you would get for any other cable provider. So, the great thing that you're seeing with that is that, and they're not putting data caps on it, data speed
Competition.
caps. The competition's going to be good, and your gaming systems, for example, are going to have faster access to local multiplayer games and multiplayer games within the area. It's going to give them faster access to streaming videos because do you know that Netflix last year, the PlayStation 3 was their top streaming
I can
device
believe it. I can
last
believe
year?
it.
I can actually believe that. Too.
I think they're one of the first. Like Netflix was on the Xbox 360 well before it hit the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
No one ever realized you could use the 360 for that until just recently. PlayStation 3, when it came out, was saying these services, when they become available, this is what you're going to want to use. This is going to be the central hub to your multimedia experience.
And the way that they promoted it, because I was working at Best Buy at the time when a lot of
Josh.
that stuff happened, and the way that they promoted it was they slapped a big sticker on the front of the box that said Netflix compatible, and it's like, well, yeah, I mean, your Xbox 360 might have a little icon next to its little whatever. This is the other things that it can do online, but I mean, when you slap something on the front that everybody can see, even if it's just an advertisement, Netflix compatible. I mean, obviously, people are gonna. That's one of the first things they're gonna try and look up.
Yes, Tony?
All right, free is 5 meg down, 1 meg up.
Free?
$70 a month.
For the $300 initial?
Okay.
$300 initial, sorry. Waived construction cost fee, so no upfront cost. $70 a month, gigabit down, gigabit up.
What?
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
That makes me want to actually consider moving to Kansas City.
1 year contract, no data caps, 1 tera Google Drive hard drive storage space.
Yeah, so
Wow.
you get the
One-
cloud storage also.
I was okay.
120 a month gives you gigabit up down, full TV channel lineup, a 2-year contract, no data caps, a Nexus 7, a TV box, a storage box, a network box, and a 1 tera Google Drive.
So
$120 a month.
I'll be live from satellite in Kansas
From Kansas
City.
City, and
I think we all-
you'll have better coverage than we will live.
So, I think I'm going to put this out there that Fear the Boot, you guys should just haul up and move. I mean, you guys are
Yeah,
not that
man,
far.
Kansas City.
Just go because You'd be awesome. Anyways,
Actually, I kind of just want the storage box and network box. It looks awesome.
well,
Just
the
pull it
reason
up.
they're giving the Nexus 7 is because the Nexus 7 can be used as a remote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is your remote for the TV, which is pretty awesome.
That's hilarious.
So
All right.
wanted to go back to Steam. real
Okay,
quick.
go ahead.
So with Steam, once we move towards this direction of actually giving everybody the utility of the internet,
Yeah.
I'd like to see prices go down.
I think they will once it's on a mass market. You know, you've got a lot of people that are turning into casual gamers that have never played a game in their life, and you know the availability that the internet's going to give them, especially with something like Steam. You know,
See, I see it going up because you got to think when the Nintendo came out, $20-$30 a game was expensive. By the time the PlayStation came out, they were at 40. PlayStation 2, they were 50.
right? But you're
PlayStation
also talking
that's
about a different
60.
technological cost.
cost.
I understand that, but I think that's what's going to end up because a lot of your instant download, real fast. You know, this is a short game like the episodic thing. The Walking Dead. The Walking
Right.
Dead was Spike Video Game Awards Game of the Year. It presented a new form factor for games. Episodic. You paid $10 an episode
Right.
and played through a portion of the game, and then if you liked it, you bought the next episode. If you didn't, you're out $10.
Strong Bad and Penny Arcade did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is a different wave that I would see us seeing more of. I think we're going to see people, you know, because they're already doing Sony's PlayStation Plus. I'm a Sony user, this is what I understand most. Gives 60-minute game trials out where you play the full game for 60 minutes. And for a lot of different games, mainly the ones produced by Sony, but a lot of games you can get a 60-minute trial as part of the PlayStation Plus, and it gives you a good idea of what the game's going to be like.
Except if you're playing Skyrim, because then half that time is going to be a loading screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
loading screen and walking
or,
freezing in water.
What is the big Metal Gear Solid 4?
Oh, dude. Metal Gear Solid 4 only takes 7 hours to beat, 22 hours to play.
Ouch.
If you skip all the video sequences, it only takes 7 hours to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, anyways,
So
Now that we've completely divulged
No,
from
it's all-
all the original topic,
That's
all
okay.
right. That's all right. I mean,
how it goes with us.
we had kind of a thin versus topic in the first place, so it was kind of nice that
And
we
it's
can.
it's the first
Talk about-
first official podcast of the new year.
Yeah.
So
So we
I
got new
think
things to talk about, and
I think it's going to be Dark Phoenix Mario
Dark Phoenix Mario.
or Dark Mario or
There you go.
Mario Phoenix.
Mario Phoenix.
Darth Mario.
Darth Mario. Oh, that'd be nice. All right. So, as far as our discussion topic today, we did this last year around the same time, and I would like to do kind of a repeat of some of the stuff we talked about. Maybe give a follow up on those resolutions that you had committed to last year and were successful with. I know that doesn't happen very often, but I think that for gamers who set gaming centered resolutions, it's a little bit easier. So I'm going to actually start with Anton via Tampa Bay. And Anton, just give us some of your New Year's resolutions. It can be pretty much anything, but go ahead and give us a follow-up on some of the ones that you made last year that you can remember and how successful or unsuccessful you might have been.
Well, I'm actually partially doing my one of my New Year's resolution this year. It is to stream more and play more. Basically, just game more as much as I can, be it here or wherever. Because in 2012, I really didn't do much with moving down here and everything else that kind of happened. I didn't make my next New Year's resolution last year of just playing more. So.
So that's your
Yeah.
that's your New Year's resolution for this year?
Yep, same one as last year. Play more games, and I'm actually playing games as we're streaming or
Right on.
recording. So
What are you playing?
Minecraft,
There you go.
and I'm streaming on my Twitch channel.
There you
so,
go.
And typing furiously on
That's
occasion.
right.
yeah, the occasional time somebody comes in, it's better to type than try and confuse you guys with me talking to them.
Yeah. Mr. Demery, give us a little bit of an insight on your New Year's resolutions for this year and how you did from last year.
Well, I think, to be honest with you, I don't remember all my resolutions from last year. The building of the home was a big thing that happened. Getting a game table that we could play on, big thing that happened. And record on, which will be actually gaming here within the hour and a half after this, which is going to be awesome. And sorry for the silence. People looking around like crazy. So, in terms of much like the rest of us, the gaming more, I think I did do a considerable amount of gaming, especially when it comes to role playing, because we had just finished up one campaign with Derek, and then we finished that up last year before Gen Con. And in saying that, I'm looking forward to finally finishing up the Gen Con game that we've talked about multiple times. I finished up my Destruction of Xenopolis game that I think went over pretty well and has turned into another game from that. The world of Pelagane continues to develop itself. I'm hoping that Fear the Con 6 is successful for both the established facts and Derek will probably mention his fundraising thing that the established facts will be a part of, and the Fear the Competition. And God, what else is in there? I'm making sure my wife gets the opportunity to play the war game a few more times this year will be nice, because I built this table for that. So I hope to continue enjoying my PlayStation 3 on the new television. I hope to get to play some more Halo 4 multiplayer with this group of people, because apparently Griffball is amazing, and I had never played it. So I'm looking forward to the new year. I think 2013 is going to be an interesting year, getting Derek back, and the gaming group is ever expanding, and the possibility of us going on vacation in October, which is looking pretty promising right now. So it's a lot going on there, but I think it's going to be good from a gamer's perspective and a life perspective. So
we did get a princess.
We did gain a princess.
You guys have had the privilege of gaining a princess.
How in the world did we gain royalty?
I don't know.
I know we've had plenty of drama queens, but I think she's the first princess.
I don't know what you're
Nice.
talking about.
Yeah, right. Jeez, I'm gonna put this on Facebook now.
Yeah.
So, quick question: could you go a little bit more into Griffball?
Oh goodness. Do you know what Griffball is?
I do not.
You do not? Okay.
I do not either.
Griffball is a Halo multiplayer game created by the Rooster Teeth folks, actually, with Red vs. Blue. And what the concept behind it is you've got basically two bases, and in the center is a bomb. Each team is running to get the bomb, and then whoever picks up the bomb gets turned into a yellow guy. It's Red versus Blue. The yellow guy, same colors as Griff from the Red versus Blue game, and his only job is to take the bomb to the other team's base, so it'll blow up and they get points. Mm-hmm. Everyone else has hammers and swords, and that's it. So you're just constantly running around, beating the crap out of each other, trying to score points like a basketball game. But the person with the bomb can't do anything but throw it.
You can throw it. You can swing the bomb like.
Can you
like
swing
melee.
it? I
Yeah,
didn't
you
realize
can.
that. Okay.
Oh wow!
I vote
just
that
like
we
having
have
a
a
flag.
demonstrative game after this. After the podcast.
If we've got
is
time, I
done
think we
recording.
could do
I
that.
might do that.
You'll have to figure out how to bring me in there.
You gotta have an Xbox.
I gotta
360.
see this.
I might be able to make that work out. We'll
We'll
see.
just
Webcam,
bring
man.
your second
Webcam.
70-inch TV in there.
Oh
so-
yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'll
right,
pull that one
yeah.
out of my back pocket.
You got big pockets.
I do. I do. I'm not sure what type of a joke that was.
Is that a TV in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Really?
So, yes.
That's where you went with that?
Hey, you know who you're talking to, right?
Well, he didn't get a chance to record with us last year, but give us your New Year's resolutions for this year, there, Prime.
I don't have New Year's resolutions.
So you're just
wanna
like
do
trying to
things.
be a pooper on this.
Moving
entire thing.
on.
Hold on. Let's rephrase it. Give us
Yes.
your New Year's goals.
Yeah,
I don't really
goals,
have
that'll
goals
work.
either. But
All right,
I do
moving
have
on.
things that
You are a loser.
long-term goals.
Jeez.
No, but last year I wanted to quit smoking, so I quit smoking.
Okay, that's good.
And that was in May. So this is pushing what, like 7, 8 months now?
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah. Let's see, what else? I wanted to get out of the current living situation that I was in. I'm out of that, whether it was my choice or not. But, and let's see. I wanted a new job. I got a better job, so that's always good. And as far as this year is concerned, just a lot of things. I want a car. I want my own place. Let's see. It's really
Josh is slowly moving out of the stereotype.
I'm becoming
of
a
gamer,
big boy.
and he's becoming a real professional gamer.
Oh, and I want my own bed. So
Now you sound homeless.
No more bunk beds or car beds.
That's right.
I'm getting a futon, man.
Oh, but I love my car bed.
My roommates are totally getting me a car bed, CB.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh,
Good grief. Rhaegar,
Me, I plan on trying to get more in touch with people in general. I've been,
that'd be nice.
I've been going around getting in contact with people and, well, new people, and
Yeah, forget the old.
focusing
Yeah, right.
a lot
people
with
stink.
work and just trying to keep up with things going on in the interwebs. And by doing all of that, I've lost touch with a lot of the people on Facebook. So I'm going to have to reel it back in and focus on the core.
All right. Well, Derek.
Last year was sort of busy for me.
Right?
Yeah, seriously. I achieved moving out of Vermont, and I'm going to be building my house, closing on that on September, here in Indy. The military thing didn't work out because I broke my back. So I'm going to try to figure some other way that I can get involved with the military in just a non-physical capacity for the new year. Writing, up until Gen Con, is going to be my focus. My game system, the draft is pretty much done. I'm looking to start the Kickstarter for artwork and publishing. And
Am I gonna have to make another T-shirt? This is coming
Yes.
2013.
Yes,
Okay.
so there you are.
Yeah.
That's what Garth's wearing right now. That just totally failed.
Sorry to give that story a little bit of meat. I made a T-shirt one year that we were going to Gen Con. The whole group of us said can you cast robot because of the Cassie Robot Productions, and on it said coming 2011. Because I flat out looked at Derek with his first module, what is the first module called?
Heroes Love Song.
Heroes Love Song, which you can get on Paizo.com or at PalaGameProject.com.
Yep.
Okay, so both of which are available for free. It's
Yeah.
a fantastic
It's
little
a Pathfinder module.
adult Pathfinder module.
It is an adult Pathfinder.
But you'll have fun with it. But I put
Underscore adult.
I
See the
spec-
description below with the link
Yes.
included.
I specifically put a picture on it that said coming 2011, and he's like, why did you put coming 2011 on it? Because that'll force him to get it done by the end of the year, and he did. That's why I said I got to make another T-shirt that now says coming 2013. When two worlds collide, dual world storytelling.
Yeah. I don't
No?
know. I'm going to actually
Stop
probably rename that.
Okay.
But yeah, actually, that's pretty much, the text is pretty much done. I just need to get the artwork and that sort of thing. Palgane, I need to also focus on writing that as well for the next several months.
That's coming 2014.
Yeah. I had a bunch of people bail on me, which was why it got delayed. But coming 2013, I'm also going to be running, that we just determined right before we recorded, a game called The Apocalypse.
Oh gosh.
Because it's awesome and it's totally a game I would run, and therefore I am. It's basically Oprah's army is taking over the world, and therefore you are one of the few survivors that are trying to trying to defeat
You are the
the
resistance.
Big O.
The
trying
Oprah
to
Winfrey Initiative.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were trying to thwart the apocalypse.
Yes.
The apocalypse.
And we're gonna do it. Right now, we're leaning towards either Dual World or Quags.
Probably Quacks.
Probably Quags.
Yeah.
And yes, for those of you listening, we are 100% serious about this right now. People are going, what? That's crazy.
So
dude.
now for all of our listeners out there, if you'll reach under your chair,
That's right. That's awesome.
I'm planning on doing that at Fear the Con.
it's a dishwasher there.
Yeah, there's a washer dryer set. And then Gen Con finishing up that 7-year campaign and starting the Epic game.
Yes.
That's going to be a
Looking
year
forward to
long.
both.
Hopefully, with Paizo's new Mythic Adventure system,
Yep.
that's going to be a part of the Pathfinder core system.
Yes, and
Those interested, the beta is currently available on Paizo.com.
thank you. I'm sure they're not.
/plug.
I don't. I love everything Paizo is doing right now.
How about
pie.
you leave the marketing stuff to our marketing guy?
Hey, whatever.
That's not going to happen. It goes against.
He
Josh's-
markets the established facts.
Yeah.
I plug everything else.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
And then I'm also going to GamerX. I'm really looking forward to GamerX in San Francisco at the beginning
Oh,
of
yes.
August.
Yes.
That's going to be fantastic. So, and aside from that, just the house and everything, and yeah. So this year actually sounds as busy as last year. So fantastic, Princess.
Well, the nice thing is at least you got 12 months to do all that in. So.
Yes,
I don't think you're going to be moving through 3 states again.
that is true.
Thank
I
goodness.
cannot anymore because I
Thank
now have a
goodness.
house. I have an anchor. I will be traveling a lot more for work, but I will actually physically be.
At least you'll be able to. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Princess Katie, you were not here last year either.
But I did make resolutions last year.
There you go.
Last year, I ended up making 3 resolutions, one of which I wanted to read 50 books in the calendar year, which I actually only did 31. But I'm doing the same resolution this year.
That's 31 more than I read last year.
But here's a question, Princess. If you read 50 Shades of Grey, does that actually count?
Absolutely not. No. That
Poor
counts as 50 Shades of You Hate Yourself. But no, now that this year I'm only going to be working 1 job instead of 2, I should be able to read more because I actually read 6 books in the month of December alone, which was the only month I had 1 job this year. So I should be able to get the 50, if not more, books read this year, hopefully.
Yeah, I was going to say that's about 72.
I think I read a
did
newspaper
6
article
of them.
last year.
And a big part of that, though, was I read the entire What's Out So Far, A Song of Ice and Fire series last year, and those are some pretty
Good
massive
series.
books. So, yeah, they're great books, but they're a little on the hefty side.
Yeah, I was wondering what size books you were thinking of because
just
there were
like-
like everything from like Sweet Spot Run to like.
You should go by page number instead.
Yeah, exactly.
I say, yeah, I just, like every length of book, just.
Now, does
general.
reading the Bible count for those 50?
I'd have to read the entire Bible,
Yeah.
the entire thing, like from front to back, not
And
books
that's only-
of the
that's
Bible.
only
Which
Those are
includes all the
books,
baguettes
see?
and the baguettes and the baguettes and that whole like
That's right.
numbers thing that you just go and you just zone out. I hate my life.
Numbers has numbers.
My
Stop it.
second resolution I did last year was I wanted to give more time and money to charity, which I ended up giving more money last year than I did time because, again, with the whole 2 jobs thing, didn't really get any time in. But I was able to give more monetarily last year to charity, which was a really cool thing. And then as soon as I say this, every person at this table is going to, give me death glares. But I wanted to lose 15 pounds last year. I ended up gaining 3. So I'm just not even going to touch the weight issue again this year. Yeah.
okay.
No, don't
Yeah,
even.
that'd be a good
Be
idea.
glad that this
Yeah.
is like an audio podcast because you can imagine that she actually needs to lose weight, but in reality she doesn't. So Twiggy.
Yeah, no kidding.
As for my resolutions for the coming year, everybody's, glaring.
If you
at
say you're
me.
gonna lose
Yes.
15 pounds, I'm gonna strangle you.
Yeah.
Cut your hair. You'll be good.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Cut your hair. You'd be really weird.
Or if you
for
do,
sure.
do it in an awesome way, like Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
Go big or go home.
Yeah, exactly.
I will
Big
say
musical scene with a knife
One-
in a back alley.
one
that's-
side note about that magazine cover. She is wearing Skull Candy headphones. I just want you to know.
Oh, sure.
Nice.
See,
What,
I'm
are
not
we
the only
having a
one who
magazine
plugs.
now?
The Aviators. They're awesome. Sorry, I used to work at Best Buy.
In Princess's defense, I was wanting to lose weight.
No,
last-
just stop.
What? What?
You
Just
just
stop.
need to stop. Yeah.
What?
I'm not sure who's smaller.
That's actually a good question. I don't know either.
I think Rhaegar's the size of her lower body.
I can see the bones in his forearms. That's how skinny he is.
Oh my god.
So do you actually have 2013 resolutions?
Yes, I do.
She started on them, and then somebody said something about Anne Hathaway.
And I wonder who that jerk was.
Yeah.
I think it was Rhaegar.
I don't know who
actually.
that was.
Was it? Yeah.
It was me.
It was
Derek.
Derek.
Sorry, Derek.
I'm the podcast jerk, so go ahead.
Jeez.
No, I'm I'm gonna do the 50 books thing, and then this year's gonna be my first Gen Con. That's kind of like a resolution I'm doing. So I'm going to go as Red from Once Upon a Time as one of my cosplays, and it was recently brought to my attention that I'm going to have to be Merida from
Yes.
the Disney movie Brave.
Yes, you do.
Since I have naturally curly hair that is dyed a shade of red, and I can do an okay Merida accent, so that's gonna be one of my things, is getting a Merida costume together.
Okay, now that you've mentioned it, do the Merida accent.
right?
Really quickly, how this came about, we were playing Monty Python Flux the
Yes.
other night, and one of the cards was do a crazy accent. I said,
Outrageous.
outrageous, yes.
Outrageous.
And I said, I'm gonna be Merida from Brave, and I just said, if you had the chance to change your fate, would you? And so then, we started talking about other stuff, and I just kept the accent up, and
Which
And
means
he
I have to be
came
the Billy Connolly
yeah.
character.
So
now.
that's I just,
Oh my God! Please do that,
So awesome.
and then tell me where you are, so I can just follow you around with like a video camera, and be stalkery.
Merida does Gen Con.
My name
Hey,
is
Derek.
I will be your resident creeper for the day.
I don't need to dress
Derek.
up. I'm just me.
My T3i takes 1080p video.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Derek, what's that you're carrying around for your costume? Is that binoculars and duct tape?
Yeah. It's from some video game that I played.
MacGyver. It's a MacGyver video.
I think it had like Grand Theft Auto or something.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this conversation.
Would you?
You had to have more. Yeah, would you?
No, Mom.
My mom got turned into a bear. Anyways, but other than that, I don't really have any. I haven't made any resolutions this year, gaming or otherwise.
Oh my goodness.
Well, now that we're through that train wreck,
Beat that dog. Beat that.
Now we need
Whale.
more dead horses.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Pull them from the stable.
I think I'll be a dead horse.
It's
for Gen
not
Con.
dead yet.
It's not. I'm not dead yet.
Yes, it is. Listen to the established facts. Believe me, it's dead.
Oh. If it's covered by the established facts, it's dead.
I saw you posted a picture on Facebook. I'm not sure if this hit the established facts or not, but how a D&D party starts, Lord
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Rings, and how it ends up, Monty Python. I think we need something like that for a podcast.
Oh, I want that as a T-shirt.
How we start, we go in with like papers and plans, and then how we end, throw it all up in the air.
Yeah, right.
It's an episode of The Office.
Yeah.
This is totally a wrestling bit, and if I will try and find a
Oh my
link to it.
gosh.
There is a thing where Shawn Michaels, a while back ago, when they were doing the DX thing, Eric Bischoff claimed that Degeneration X was not controversial. So they're
Yes.
backstage, and
Yes.
Shawn Michaels is like, "What do you mean I'm not controversial? What do you mean I'm not controversial?" This guy comes around the corner. He's like, "What's your name?" Paul. Sweet Chin Music's him. Hits him with this super kick. And as he's walking away, not controversial. I can't
People
believe
just
it.
keep walking out of doors and getting kicked in the face.
Guy walks out the door carrying this big stack of papers, and he gets this standing side kick to the chin, and all the papers go flying everywhere.
It's like confetti. It's awesome.
So
that's
that's our podcast.
I'd like to point out, I think part of it is we don't have Mike here to rein us in because he normally does a pretty good job of children. Get back on topic. Right? It's kind of left to our own devices today, which is a kind of scary thought in itself.
Yeah.
This is still not as bad as chaotic neutral.
right. I
That
am
is our
proud of
pinnacle.
that. I
Yeah.
am proud of that.
Okay, so Don.
All right, so the New Year's resolutions that I made last year, I know one of them was to attempt to go to a few more cons, mostly like local cons. Unfortunately, I will have to carry that over into 2013 because I did not get a chance to really go to any outside of just Gen Con. However, Gen Con was awesome. But I'm definitely planning on going to Fear the Con if I can get down to St. Louis with everybody else and hang out. And then there are a couple smaller local cons. There's Hoosier Con, which I believe is in March. Mm-hmm. And then there are a couple in Fort Wayne, which I think would be a fun time. They're only like 1 or 2 days. And then, of course, Gen Con. Gen Con is, always my big hit. The biggest problem I have with Gen Con this year is the same time as Gen Con, the fraternity I'm in is celebrating their 100-year anniversary that same weekend.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I'm super excited.
Yeah, you and me both.
Super.
Does anybody know if Gen Con's going to be scheduled with like a football game or with a?
I don't think so.
A
'Cause it's-
MotoGP race again.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I think the MotoGP race would be kind of funny. I heard so many funny
I would love to
pictures
walk
with
around
all the
downtown.
bikers downtown.
Yeah, that was the most fun. Was walking around seeing all those people like in full leather biker outfits and they're
$50,000
they're on
bikes.
$50,000 bikes and they're all hard and we're walking around in like our elf costumes and like what is going on?
our homemade elf costumes.
Yeah, right.
they cosplay harder than we do.
That's right. What are you guys cosplaying? We're a biker gang. Sweet. I magic missile the biker gang.
How much did you pay for that
Sorry.
vest? Oh, about 150.
Yeah, well, my gauntlets cost that.
It's a troop from Shadowrun.
Yeah.
I'm still getting them from eBay though. So. Gotta wait on that.
That's right. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
Gen Con is like cursed. It's like they get scheduled and everybody's scheduled on them.
Yeah. They usually have like either a race to compete with or like a high school football game or something. I don't know. Last year they had a tractor convention, or no, not last year. The year before that, they had a tractor convention going on the opposite side of the convention center at the same, like during the same weekend. Like really?
Only Indiana.
Yeah, right.
I thought there was like
Get
a
on your
huge,
John
huge
Deere.
Colts game or something that
That was 2 years ago.
Was that 2 years ago? That was
It's the same
ridiculous.
weekend. It was
Absolutely
I think it was
ridiculous.
2011. They had a tractor convention and a Colts preseason game that weekend.
Yeah, and it was before the.
Lord.
It was obviously before. No, it was. It was.
It was
3
in
years ago,
09.
man.
Was it?
Yeah, because
09 was the Jets game.
yeah,
That the Jets lost their hotel rooms.
That's right.
it was because of because they didn't have the new convention center
Yeah.
area done.
They did the same thing with the MotoGP. Like, I guess the MotoGP people, the promotional people, they were like, "Oh, well, there's another convention going on, but
It won't
we're
sell
the
out all of the
MotoGP.
hotels."
We're the MotoGP. So obviously, we're not. They're not going to sell out the hotel. And then they get there, and there's like 4 hotels downtown. And if you know anything about downtown Indy, there are hotels everywhere.
Right.
There's like 4 hotels with like 3 rooms. Like they had to pretty much everybody who went to the MotoGP had to stay out on the west side, which is probably easier for them because it's closer
Yeah.
to the
They got
speedway.
bikes anyways,
Right, it's closer to the speedway, but you got to stay at the airport because everybody else who's downtown is at the gaming convention because they had 40,000 attendees.
It was
this last year?
40,000 unique and 85,000 turnstile.
Yeah, I mean
think.
that's nuts. That's
Yeah,
nuts.
That's crazy.
So yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to doing some conventioning. I am actually running the next game in the Palagane timeline that
Whoa.
comes right off of Josh's destruction of Xenopolis,
the city of people.
the city of people. Yeah, and
Because
so
we're so original here.
yeah, so you'll probably hear a
No one
lot
else
about.
has a Xenopolis. Okay.
Okay, that's
You'll
fine.
probably hear a lot about that game. I'm going to be running that throughout the year, possibly even a game if I can squeeze it in with Derek's schedule at Gen Con, kind of a sidebar game when everybody else is available to play something there. That might be kind of fun.
mine is going to be a 1 day. It's going to be an 8-hour slot though.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 8 hours, not 6.
Oh yeah, it's
okay.
8 hours.
Okay.
It's the last.
This
game,
is
dude.
That's fine.
the final game, yeah.
and there's going to be pizza in the middle.
Oh,
It's a final count.
Oh, sweet.
right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is there anything else? One thing that I have been trying to do is introduce. Josh said something about growing our gaming group. I have been attempting to introduce a larger number of people to the world of gaming, because not only am I part of this podcast, not only am I a GM for this group, but I'm also the leader of our church's gaming ministry, which I think is really exciting. And so we do an event every month at our church, and it's usually different themed. Like this month would be like video games or something like that. We're going to play a bunch of video games. But I've been trying to promote new people who are not very familiar or have only played with a small group of gamers to kind of get introduced with the gaming group in a more social setting than, hey, just show up at this weird guy's house and we're going to sit around a table with people you've never met in your life.
That's how I started hanging out
Yeah,
with you guys.
well,
I would
that's
just like
because
to
you're
point
a
out.
unique case. So
Yeah.
I'm really trusting of
Let's-
strangers.
that's right.
See, this
Oh,
is kinda-
what? You have candy? I'll be there.
Started out with you guys.
Even though I need to lose 15
you have
pounds.
an awesome looking van.
That's right. Yeah.
Don,
Why do you not
that
have
is kind of
windows?
how I
It
got
keeps
started
the
with you
heat
guys
in.
too.
What'd you
so
say?
It was a couch in a living room.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Exactly.
Yeah, couch it was falling apart by the time we were done with it. Yeah.
Couch that you sat wrong and it eat you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
No.
One thing
Tasty,
regarding something that Katie and Jeremy apparently have talked about. A select number of us, mainly, I believe, at least 4 of us on this podcast, have been working on losing weight because, as the stereotype would have it, unfortunately, gaming usually leads to snacking. But Josh Demery and my brother, Josh Martyr, also known as Prime, Derek Knutson, and myself, we have all been either working out or dieting or both. And actually, so far, it's been quite successful for us.
Myself included.
Oh, good.
Okay,
So 5.
So 5.
Yeah,
and
but
so-
you're in Tampa. It doesn't matter.
That's
you're
right.
with all the
He's trying to get into that bikini shape.
Yes, you
my,
are.
my working out is I go run on the beach.
Yeah, you have to fit into
Funny.
that 2-piece suit.
Yeah,
two-piece
Tony,
bathing suit.
you're never gonna look good in a 2-piece. I'm just tossing it out there.
Wait a second. You go out to the beach?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
Yeah, you
It's
look
6 miles
Is there a
away.
wireless connection out there?
He opens the
my
window
cell
and he
phone
goes,
has
the
wireless."
beach.
My cell phone has 4G out there.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Nice.
So definitely continuing with that. I'm really excited. I know there's for those of you who pay attention to the Established Facts and some of our other partner podcasters. Keith Bird has also been doing like Weight Watchers and stuff, which is actually what Josh and my brother Prime and I are doing. And so far, I've lost almost 30 pounds. Josh has lost almost 30 pounds. My brother just started. He lost 7 in his first week, which is pretty phenomenal.
Okay, hold on, Don. Okay, go, Josh.
No.
With
I
the
was-
plug.
Oh, yes. Please look out at WeightWatchers.com. $19 a month.
Right.
Charles Barkley likes it.
If Charles Barkley likes it, then it's gotta be good.
Yeah, that's right.
My mom does Weight
Wow.
Watchers.
Seriously.
My mom's a Weight
Seriously.
Watchers
Seriously.
representative.
That's right.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm not getting paid enough for this.
Yeah. Yeah, and if we could plug anybody else, I am currently drinking Monster.
I also work at FedEx.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay. Anyhow. Good grief.
Those are all for Keith Bird.
Yeah. But anyhow, that's definitely something that's important to me. I'm a big guy. I'll be honest, my first weigh-in was a cold 355. And, I'm really excited because it'll be a year in September, and I expect by then I will be under 300 pounds for the first time in almost 8 years, which is pretty exciting for me. I'll be in bikini weather. Or shape, anyway.
Don, you're not gonna look good in a two-piece either.
No, you're not.
You haven't seen me in a two-piece.
You may have the breastises, but I mean,
What are you, like a C cup now, or what are you?
I hate you all. I hate you all.
I'm sure there are several supermodels that are pretty jealous.
jealous. Jealous of my washboard stomach.
Your washboard
no.
stomach is just covered by your keg.
That's right.
If any of our other listeners have weight issues or New Year's resolutions,
Or if you need a confidence boost, yeah,
feel
just,
free to comment.
just talk to us. We'll give it to you all the time.
Yeah.
Don's much fatter than you are.
He's almost as wide as he is tall.
Right, that guy's not coming back.
But he may not be able to catch a football, but he can catch a cheeseburger.
Can't catch a cheeseburger.
That's right. Now that's
proven.
all that matters.
Scientific.
our sound engineer's like, I'm good at
Oh my
this
goodness.
now.
This
What
is
has
kind of
happened?
strange. This is the first time everybody hasn't been targeting me with the.
yeah, right. That's
Oh, you're
right.
next. Don't worry.
That's
The
right.
one with the hollow leg that shares with Josh's wife.
Right. Shared dimensional stomach,
Yes.
I think's what we called it.
When one of them's hungry, the other one isn't. It's weird.
We should.
So-
They can both eat more than 3 people.
Oh God.
Quickly, before we get on another tangent, somebody make it coherent again.
All right. So on our last episode,
Oh, wait a minute.
no, I'm just kidding.
I have to plug the Fear the Con thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So yes, getting out of our resolutions. Those are most of mine. Obviously, hanging out with friends and family is always a resolution that, for some reason, I'm continually executing every weekend or so. But on a different note, I believe Derek has got some really fun stuff to talk to us about real quick.
And you do.
I'll go after you.
Okay. At Fear the Con, which I hope everybody will be able to go to, because it's a very good con, I'll be doing a charity, running a charity raffle for, and there'll be 2 prizes this year instead of 1. It's going to be a gaming package with I think it was down here at some point, but yeah, it's this dragon leather bag that Josh
Oh, wow.
has. It's a bag of holding, and it's got the Dungeon Crawler Classics role-playing game in it, which is just basically a 70s throwback game with modern rules where you just literally go into the dungeon and kill things and steal stuff. A bar of soap, which is like caffeinated soap. Yeah, like seriously.
Yep.
A nom nom lunch bag, which is awesome. And a map for a full flip map from Paizo. And there'll be additional stuff, dice, glow-in-the-dark dice, fudge dice, My Little Pony that's going to be made, and a dice bag, a chainmail dice bag that'll be made, and so there'll be additional stuff being added as we go along. And yeah, so I'm totally excited for that. It's going to be helping out military dogs that are retiring and seeking adoption, and also military service members themselves, and it'll be split evenly between the 2, and it's everything goes to it. I don't take any money from it, so all the money collected will be going to that. And I'll also be doing Fear the Competition again with a better looking trophy.
This time, less duct tape.
Oh no, more duct tape. Everything you can use more duct tape.
Okay.
That will be there will be 2 qualifier rounds, one with board games and one with card games. I'm actually leaning towards. I like that idea that you had, Don, the King of Tokyo board game.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah, as a board game, and then the card game. I still have to figure that out, and then ending on a role playing game. So which will be Pathfinder game. And money from that will be also be going to those 2 charities. And so, yeah, Princess, you should come to Fear the Con and help us run stuff. And
What's funny is earlier when you guys were talking about Fear the Con, I turned to Don and was like, "So what's Fear the Con?" And I was like, "And when is it?" And I was like, "And where is it? And how much money is it?" And
Yeah.
so I hopefully, I'm not going to commit to anything right now because I don't know what my work schedule will be like and all that, but hopefully I can.
It's a Friday, Saturday.
Oh.
So you could
I
if
can
you,
That-
definitely.
that's
if you
a happy
wanted to,
face.
if you wanted to go to the wing night, which I think they do on the Thursday before,
Yes.
you could take that one Thursday off, and then leave on Thursday afternoon, get out to St. Louis, and what is it like?
That's
4 or
that's
5
the
hours?
At most, yeah.
yeah. If you actually book at the Drury right now until I think the end of January, they have special prices. If you use the promo code of Cheers.
Okay.
So that's how we're getting it down to, like, I think it's like if 3 of us go down there, it's like it's like $150 per person, and then on the cost of the con, which is like $40, which is
Yeah.
nothing.
They have a Hampton Inn close.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
It's right across the street from the Drury.
Okay.
Yeah, we stayed at the Hampton last year. It's pretty
Oh,
good.
okay.
Yeah, but I'm changing from Hilton to Marriott, so I won't have the points to do that. So
Well, I think my wife works there, so I might
that's another good way of doing
I might
that.
finagle a cheap room.
Probably.
That bag looks pretty hardcore, by the way.
Yeah,
it
it
does.
is.
So,
Jeremy.
Yes, please. So I'm actually, for whatever reason, on a big audience participation kick. If anybody had, I mentioned this earlier, New Year's resolutions, feel free to post those to us. Also, if you have any suggestions on tangents we could go, feel free to share that as well.
not very many podcasts can structure in a tangent, but I'm pretty sure we can do it.
Yeah, we can do that.
We'll do a versus topic that automatically leads to a tangent. So,
We should do versus topics on tangents.
That's no. We'll do another.
We should do a tangent
Bracket.
topic on verses.
We'll do a bracket on tangents.
yes.
Oh God!
Yeah,
Please, somebody
bracket.
drop a bracket.
The Established Facts, the podcast with the most brackets.
The established brackets.
Good lord. We're just gonna have a big tournament for all the established facts that we have, and we'll just have people vote on the best one.
Well, we're getting to that. I mean, we have over 32 now. This is number 39, so,
Is it?
yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Good
Go
grief.
team us.
Good
Yes.
grief. And I think we've done a couple dual, like.
Yeah, but we
two-
had skipped one also, so that we're at literally at
Oh,
number
are we?
39, I
Okay,
believe.
Cool. Sweet.
Huh?
Never mind.
No, okay.
Go, Don.
All right. So, on our last show, Mike established that we may establish the facts, but we still break the rules. Josh.
Is Josh on there?
That's actually what he says.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That was the established fact.
And today, in this random of random first show of 2013 episode, I have established that no matter the year or the resolution, the most important established fact to always have is to game more.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's right. To gaming more.
To gaming more.
Give me more.
Yeah.
Happy
More.
New Year. Happy New Year,
Happy New
everybody.
Year.
And
Happy
we
New
will
Year.
catch you next time.
Cheers.
See
Have a good one. Bye.
Deuces.
Please visit us at www.theestablishedfacts.com and our Facebook page, facebook.com/theestablishedfacts. If you would like to support us by buying some merchandise, visit cafepress.com/castingrobot.
Bonus.